Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on our webinar, Adventure Meets Comfort, the best way to hike the W circuit. My name is Ana Kammerer. I work with Emerging Destinations, and we are a sales and marketing representation company in the US and Canada. And on today's webinar, we will be joined by our partner, Las Torres Patagonia Natural and Cultural Reserve in Chile. Before starting with the webinar and passing everything over to Javiera May, I will take a few minutes just to give you a brief overview of emerging destinations, as well as some housekeeping notes to go over today's webinar. In case you are not familiar with our company, as I was mentioning before, we are a boutique sales and marketing representation company in North America. If you want to visit our website, it's www.emergingdestinations.com. And as a representation company, we represent different hotels, lodges, camps, DMCs, and a few destinations or tourism boards from Asia, Africa, Europe, and Central and South America in the US and Canada. Because we are presenting today Las Torres Patagonia Natural and Cultural Reserve in Chile, I will focus only on the clients that we have in the same continent, Central and South America. Besides Las Torres Patagonia, we also represent La Coralina Island House, which is a boutique 32 rooms hotel in Bocas del Toro in Panama. We also represent Enchanted Expeditions in Ecuador. They are a DMC, but they also own and operate Enchanted Galapagos Lodge in Santa Cruz Island, as well as 3 motor yacht cruises, Passion, Beluga, and Cachalote Explorer, sailing around the Galapagos Islands. We also represent the Guyana Tourism Authority. In case you have any requests for this emerging destination for this country, in South America, an amazing place for people interested, especially in bird watching, as well as in some of the beaten path or really adventure trips. And last but not least, we represent River House Lodge Patagonia in Argentina, a 6-room lodge located in northern Patagonia on the banks of the Chinowind River in San Martin de los Andes, ideally for people interested in fly fishing as well as in outdoor experiences. So these are our clients in the Americas portfolio. And as you can see on your screen now, you will see the logos or the company names of the other clients or partners that we have in the Europe, Africa, and Asia portfolio. In case you have any questions about any of these companies or need digital materials or maybe have a booking request for any of them, or if you are interested in learning more or scheduling a training session, please feel free to reach out to me after this webinar. You can see my contact information on your screen now, and we can definitely schedule a Zoom meeting or a call to go deeper on that specific client that you have any interest or request. I also encourage you to follow us, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations 156, where we are uploading all our training sessions, our webinars like this one. They are divided or organized by list, by continents, so you can play around those lists and watch all webinars that we have been conducting in the past. You can also follow us on Instagram as well as on Facebook. Regarding today's webinar and a few housekeeping notes to go over, all attendees are mute and this webinar is being recorded. So don't worry if you need to step away or answer the phone or go for lunch or a cup of coffee. Before the end of this week, we will be sending everybody an email, a follow-up email, which will include this webinar recording, and we will be also uploading the recording on our YouTube channel, so you can watch it again later this week or in the upcoming weeks. In the follow-up email, we will also include not only this recording, but also the PowerPoint presentation from Las Torres Patagonia Natural and Cultural Reserve, and also some digital materials such as videos, photos, digital brochure, and rates. So please feel free to use those, especially the videos and photos, on any either website or newsletter or any special campaign that you want to run with your own clients to start selling or to push the sales to this amazing destination in South America. Because all attendees are mute, in case you have any question or any doubt about the destination and the company that and the program that we are presenting today, you can type your questions on the control panel on your right. And at the end of the presentation, we will be answering those questions live. We will have connected to answer those questions Javiera May, who is International Market Manager for Las Torres Patagonia, as well as Elsa Miranda, who is the sales lead of Las Torres Patagonia. So between Javiera and Elsa, they will be answering your questions at the end of this presentation. So please don't be shy, just type your questions on the control panel on your right. So I think this is all on my side. Now I have the pleasure to introduce you to Javiera May. She is the International Market Manager of Las Torres Patagonia, and she will be presenting for us the Adventure Meets Comfort, the best way to hike the W circuit. Over to you, Javiera.
Thank you, Ana. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to learn more about this hotel program, the W Circuit in Comfort. Adventure Meets Comfort, it's the name of the program. But first of all, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about us. First of all, why would anyone want to come to Patagonia? That is the main question that people ask. We are located in Torres del Paine National Park in the Chilean side of the Patagonia, and people from all over the world comes to see the glaciers, to discover the lakes, the lagoons, to watch the animals in their natural habitat, and of course, to see the iconic towers, Las Torres del Paine. And this is what inspired Las Torres Patagonia. We are Las Torres Patagonia. We are a natural and cultural reserve, and we have different types of accommodations. We have our hotel with 74 rooms and all-inclusive program, and we also have our mountain stays and camps. We also lead conservation efforts in Patagonia with our own NGO, which is Las Torres Conservancy, and this NGO is committed to protect the land, the wildlife, and the culture of the Patagonia. And this is where we are located. This is where the hotel is, and we are inside the national park. This makes us very unique because being inside the park means you don't have to wake up early and travel for hours to begin your journey. Instead, you can wake up, enjoy your breakfast, and start your adventure. And you might wonder, how is it possible for us to be inside the national park? Well, this is a family-owned business. It was founded many years ago by a Croatian family who bought this land before Torres del Paine was declared a national park. The family today still owns the land. But when they first arrived, they raised cattle. But as Torres del Paine became popular, the family basically naturally transitioned into hospitality. So we, Las Torres Patagonia, we were born as an estancia, and that essence, the spirit of the estancia, still lives on, and you can see it in our culture, in our operation, in our staff dressed as gauchos. When you're there, you will see that this hotel is not a chain hotel and couldn't be anywhere else. And this is where the famous W trekking circuit is and the O is. And the program that I'm presenting today, the W in Comfort Hotel program, takes you to the 3 valleys and the main viewpoints of the classic W. But at the end of each day, you will return to our hotel to sleep in a nice bed, to have a wonderful shower, and to enjoy a delicious dinner in our restaurant. So you get the best of both worlds, in my opinion. But first, how to get there? When you arrive in Santiago, you have to then take a domestic flight to Puerto Natales, which is 2 hours away in a van ride from Torres del Paine, or you can also take a domestic flight to Punta Arenas, which is 5 hours away from Torres del Paine National Park. You can also arrive from Argentina via El Calafate, which is 4 or 5 hours away, depending on the border crossing. The program includes the regular transfers to and from Punta Arenas, Puerto Natales, and also El Calafate. And please keep in mind that our season runs from October 1st to April 30. This is our spring, summer, and part of the autumn in the Southern Hemisphere. And what does this program include? Well, we have 4 nights in Superior Room at Hotel Las Torres. It includes all meals, open bar, the transfers from Punta Arenas, Puerto Natales, and El Calafate, guided tours every day, park entrance pass, and if you come from Punta Arenas, we make a stop in the middle of the road in another estancia that the family owns that's called Cerro Negro. And there you can have a Patagonian lamb barbecue and drinks. And this is something really nice because it is a long ride. And this breaks the ride into different parts, and it's way nicer. We also include the Lake Grey and Lake POE boat trips. So the program in the day 1, we pick you up, and after we pick you up, we arrive to the hotel, and you will be able to explore these tables, to enjoy our sustainable cocktails in Pionero Bar. Then you can have delicious dinner in Coirón restaurant, where we offer the best of the local cuisine. And of course, sleep in our very, very comfortable rooms to be ready for the second day of the program, when is where the adventure actually begins. So the second day is hike to Base Torres viewpoint, and this trek begins through the Ascencio Valley and through the Los Vientos Pass, and you get the most amazing panoramic views there. Then you pass the Chileno sector and through Elenga Forest, which is stunning, and this leads to the site of the 3 towers, which is the most iconic views of the national park. And then you go back to the hotel. This takes around 8 to 12 hours to go up and go back to the hotel. On day 3, we go to Francés Valley, and this day starts with a catamaran across Lake POE, then is followed with a hike into the Francés Valley through the forests, the streams, and the glaciers. And we end at the viewpoint with the stunning views of the Francés Glacier and the Paine Massif. Then, of course, back to the hotel. On day 4, we go to the Grey Glacier viewpoint. This day, we travel across the park to the Grey sector, and there we walk along the lake. And we take a boat to see the icebergs and the Grey Glacier. Then we continue hiking to Paine Grande with views of the mountains and the glaciers, the flora and fauna, of course, and then cross Lake POE by catamaran before returning to the hotel. On the last day, day 5, the day of departure, before leaving the hotel, you can visit our biointensive garden, which is really something special. A lot of the food that we serve in our restaurant and in our bar is produced here. So you can go around and and take a look, get some fruits, some vegetables, and then enjoy a cocktail with them. You can also visit our stables and see the horses, because we have around 200 horses on site. And because the family owns the land, it's a private land, we can do horseback riding inside the fields, the land of the hotel. So you can go to the stables and visit the horses, or you can also get to hang out with the vaquianos and enjoy a mate together, hear their stories, and take them back to your home in your heart. The rates for this program, for this 5-day, 4 nights program, in double occupancy, it's $5,200 US, and in single occupancy, it's $7,300 US per person. Thank you for joining us. I don't know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Javiera, for your presentation. Once again, I encourage all our travel advisors, our attendees, to type your questions on the control panel on your right. And we have connected today not only Javiera, but also Elsa Miranda, sales lead from Las Torres, Patagonia. They will be answering the questions that you might type on the control panel. So the first question for you, Javiera or Elsa, can we add, if someone is interested in staying longer at the hotel and maybe enjoy other activities besides the W circuit, can we add extra nights on the W in Comfort program, or how does it work?
Yeah, you could add another night or other nights, the nights you would want to add, but that would be within the all-inclusive program. It wouldn't be inside the W in Comfort program. Elsa, I don't know if you want to add something to that.
Well, yes, actually, I want to say something about the W program, that sometimes happen that the guests buy this program, but when they are inside the park, it's like, no, it's too much for me. Can I have another excursions? Not those 3 that Javiera mentioned. And yes, it's possible. It's not like they will have just those 3 excursions and they won't have another option. So if they want to change, just in case they think it's too much, it's possible to have another excursion. And yes, it's like Javiera said, it's possible to add more nights.
That's a really good point, Elsa, because some people get there and after the first hike, they realize that it's a pretty hard one, and they say, maybe I'm not built up for this, or I prefer to do something lighter. And with this program, you can change it into the all-inclusive program.
Okay, thank you. So just to clarify, our travel advisors, especially if we have someone connected that never booked Hotel Las Torres Patagonia in the past, you basically have 2 programs on property. You have the all-inclusive program, and then you have the W in Comfort program, right? And the W in Comfort is the one that you presented today. Do you want to mention briefly a little bit more about the all-inclusive program, so people, our travel advisors, can have like an idea of the differences between one and the other one, and what type of activities their clients can choose from if they book the all-inclusive program?
Of course. The all-inclusive program is different because, well, it also includes everything. We pick you up, the same airports that I mentioned before, or El Calafate includes all meals, all drinks. But the main difference is that you don't have a fixed itinerary. So you get to choose your activities once you get together with our excursion team. We have around 15 different excursions to choose from. So once you get there, you meet with our excursion teams and we get to know you, we look you in the eye, we get to hear what you need, what you want, and what you can do. And then you choose which activities you will be doing each day. And we have different kinds of activities. We have high-level activities, but we also have more relaxed ones. I mean, if you want to go just in a van and have a little walk, we have those too. So there are some activities for everyone. So that's the main difference, but we include everything in both programs.
And also, I want to add that the W in Comfort program, because the idea is that your clients will be completing or covering the W hiking circuit every day. So they will be basically doing a full day hiking every single day. On the all-inclusive program, there are some other activities, of course, some full day activities, full day tours, but also some half day tours.
Yes.
And it's not this destination, Torres del Paine, even if it is well known for the W trekking or hiking circuit, it's not only for active people. There are some other activities like photography tours, van tours, small walks, horseback riding. In fact, I remember doing a full day tour. It was like one of the full day hikings that, because I was not that trained, instead of doing an 6-8 hours hiking, we split that and we did half of the trail on horseback riding and then the other half of the trail just hiking. So for me, it was much more easy. And this is something that is also available for your clients if they need to like sort of a split or do a reduced hiking. That can be done offer on the all-inclusive program.
Yes.
So we have another question from Julie. You mentioned, Javiera, that you can horseback ride on the hotel property. How large is the property, and can you design a program of horseback riding to add onto this program that you presented onto the W in Comfort?
Well, the horseback riding is not included in this program, but it is included in the all-inclusive program. And I don't know exactly how big is the
well, I have it here.
Our land. Do you have that?
Yes, our private reserve, it has, let me pick up because it made the cover of the National Geographic 2 months ago.
I know. So I'm sorry, I don't remember reserve, exactly. Yeah.
It's okay. So the national park has 700 square miles, and the private land of Las Torres, Patagonia, is 3% of that of the total of the national park. And this is the cover that we made with Torres del Paine National Park. This edition, I think I was on the States. It was on June, I think, or May. So the national park is 700 square miles, and our private land is 3% of that national park.
Yeah, so, and actually, for example, in the Base Torres hike, not in the W in Comfort program, but in the all-inclusive program, you can go horseback riding until Chileno sector, which is one stop, the stop between the hotel and the Torres del Paine. So it's like half of the excursion in horseback riding.
Can you come back to the map, to the one of the first slide where you have the map, so we can show travel advisors when you speak about Chileno sector, if they are not familiar with the national park, they can understand how long they will be doing. Yeah. You're going back. Okay.
So this is where the hotel is, and you can go horseback riding up until here, and then you have to hike until here. But this far you can go horseback riding. It is a lot.
Yeah, that's amazing. So then we have another question from Roxana. How long to hike?
A little thing, sorry. Just to correct, sorry, Javiera, But with this program, you can have the experience that you prefer. You can have the trekking to Base Las Torres, or you can have the one with the horseback riding. You can choose one of them. It's included.
Sorry, I didn't know that part.
That's great news. Thank you, Elsa.
Thank you, Elsa.
Just keep them up on the presentation, because the next question we have from Roxana: how long to hike the O circuit? And if you can like show us what is the O circuit.
The O circuit is this one in green. All this and the W. It is an O. That's
W.
Yeah.
And it takes 8 days?
Yes, it's an 8-day, 7 nights program.
But it's important to mention that the W circuit can be done either staying at the hotel as the W in comfort, or staying at the different camping sites, mountain hostels and refugios that we have along the W circuit.
Here.
However, the O circuit, that part, like it's like green on my computer. I'm not sure if everybody sees in green, but it is green. Okay. But that part on the upper side of the screen, there is not a chance at all to come back to the hotel. So if you do this part of the circuit, your clients will need to stay in like more rustic or shared accommodations, like camping sites and mountain hostels, right?
Yes, right.
Awesome. Then we have another question also from Roxana. Is there a season for hiking? Can you remind us the season in Torres del Paine National Park in general, not just for hiking?
We are open from October 1st until April 30 every year. And of course, the national park doesn't close, but you can do the O, for example, during our winter because it's full of snow. But I think, Elsa, you can actually do some of the activities during the winter, but we cannot offer them.
Yeah, exactly. We are closed, as Javiera said, but the national park is open, so you can go to base of the tower. But during the winter, you have to go with a guide. It's not by yourself. You always have to go with a guide. And well, just to let you know that O circuit is just from November until March. And the W start, well, it's possible to do it from September until April, but we don't offer program in September, but you can reserve just the camping site or the hostel.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And is there a minimum age for hiking?
No, there's no minimum age. Not from our side and not from CONAF either, right, Elsa?
Exactly. It's just, well, the W is possible to do it like with babies. But the O, I think it's about, they have to be like teenagers.
Teenagers, okay.
Yes, the O is it's not possible to do it like children.
Okay, awesome, thank you. And then we have another question here from Julie. I think that you had a slide, Javiera, showing what is included in the program. So not sure if you can show everybody that slide again, and we can like remind people what is included and what is not.
Okay, so you can see it, right? The program includes 4 nights in superior room at the hotel. It includes all meals. It includes open bar, except premium wines and spirits, regular transfers to and from Punta Arenas, Puerto Natales, and El Calafate. It also includes guided tours every day, the park entrance pass, And if you come from Punta Arenas, it also includes the stop at Cerro Negro Ranch with the Patagonian barbecue and drinks there. And it also includes Lake Grey and Lake Poe boat trips.
Awesome. And I want to highlight, especially if you have clients coming, combining Torres del Paine with Argentina, if they are coming from El Calafate, I want to highlight that not only in the W in Comfort program, but also in the all-inclusive program, the transfer in and or out from El Calafate downtown is included in the rate. And that is really one of the unique selling points of Hotel Las Torres Patagonia, because you will, of course, there are other accommodations in the area, either inside or outside the national park, but we are the only ones including that transfer to or from El Calafate in the price. And this is really very important because it's like about a 5 to 6 hours drive transfer, depending on the border crossing. And if not, when it's not included in other options in our competitors, it can cost from $300 to $500 per way. So when booking Hotel Las Torres Patagonia, you don't have to charge such amount of money as an extra. It is already included. So that is really a unique selling point of Hotel Las Torres Patagonia. And another unique selling point of Hotel Las Torres Patagonia, Javiera, if you can come back to the map, is that the hotel, because the history of the family and that they were there before it became a national park, as Javiera was mentioning at the beginning, the hotel is in a private land within the national park. That means that your clients staying at Hotel Las Torres Patagonia, they don't need to wait until the gate of the national park is open to start trekking or doing an activity. They can start as early as they want. And in fact, we have a lot of, I don't know, I would not say a lot of people, but we have guests staying at the hotel that maybe I don't know, they are honeymooners, or they want to do a proposal and they want to see the sunrise and propose with the towers as a backdrop at the sunrise. They can start super early in the morning, like 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, and by the time the sunrise come up in the towers, they are already there enjoying that amazing and romantic view, and they can like make the proposal or celebrate whatever they want. So being already there is really an added value, because especially in months like January, February, when the park is a bit more crowded because it's high season, our guests, your clients staying at the hotel, they will enjoy a less crowded park if they start early in the morning, because by the time they are already doing their activities, maybe people are staying in other hotels, in other properties, they are on their transfers or they are arriving to the gate of the national park, while our guests have been already hiking for 2-3 hours already. So it's another unique selling point to have in mind when booking Hotel Las Torres Patagonia. And Javiera, if you want to mention about the renovation before we wrap up, yes. I think that is also important.
Yes, of course. Last year, our 74 rooms were renovated. I'm going to show you, sorry, the room. All rooms were renovated last year. These were renovated by Enrique Concha, who is the same designer who did the Singular, Alta Atacama, among others. And now this season, we are doing it right now. We are renovating the main areas of the hotel. We are renovating the reception area, and the Pionero bar restaurant also is being renovated. And then next year, we will have also the renovation of our restaurant. So Hotel Las Torres was much more like a rustic hotel. And now it will be very chic, super comfortable, but really, really chic, as you can see in this picture.
Yeah, I can say that you really did an upgrade of the hotel. If any of our travel advisors connected today, either if they stayed with us in the past or if they saw a picture of the old rooms, now you can compare that, and it is we keep the essence, of course, and the cozy and the local atmosphere, but the rooms were really upgraded. So it's a new hotel.
It's a new hotel, yes.
Yeah, awesome. So if you want to show your last slide where you're with your contact information, and again, even if this webinar was about the W in Comfort program, I want to take the opportunity to share with all our travel advisors connected today the amazing promotion that we have, not with this program, but with the all-inclusive program.
Yeah.
So if you want to tell our travel advisors about that, Javiera, all yours.
Of course. We have now a special benefit for the months of October and April. You can, if you pay 3 nights, you get an extra complimentary night, sorry. But this is only for bookings in October and April.
And for the all-inclusive program, not for the W in Comfort.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
We will share with you, of course, the benefit as well.
Absolutely. We will include that promotion on the follow-up email, so you can compare the two programs and decide which work best for each of your clients. So we don't have any other question on the control panel. So thank you everybody for being connected today. Remember to check your inbox by the end of this week, and also your spam folder in case we go to your spam folder. We will be sending you a follow-up email which will include this webinar recording, the PowerPoint presentation, and digital materials like photos, videos, the special promo on the all-inclusive program, the digital brochure, and the rates. So please check your inbox or spam folder as you will get that information. And I will give Javiera the last, and Elsa, sorry, both of you, you have the last minutes just to wrap up and end this chat with this webinar with our travel advisors in North America.
Thank you, Ana. Thank you, Ana, for organizing this too. And thank you all of you for taking the time for joining us today. And there you can see my contact information and also the reservations contact information. We'll be happy to answer to any request, any questions. I'm sure they will come up when you see the new material that Ana will send. So thank you again for joining us and hope to see you in Patagonia soon.
Thank you.